Welcome, my name is Ricky, and while Dirt 4 is on a bit of a hiatus, I thought we might play a little bit more Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I loved this game as a child, and I still love it, and I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and keep racing on Thursdays. I don't know if we'll play it next week, but we played it last Friday in honor of Star Wars Day, and now we're going to play a little bit more. So I went ahead and raced the entirety of the first circuit, the amateur prod racing circuit, and won all of them, as you can see. So we're going to move on to the second tier tournaments, although apparently it unlocked this fourth tier when I won the first one, which is really kind of cool. But we're going to do the second tier. I don't know if it's going to be significantly more difficult than the first tier, but the first tier was not difficult at all. Okay, so I've done some upgrading of the pod. I think I've upgraded the top speed, the repair, and the acceleration slightly. But we need to, that's the one area we really need to focus on is acceleration. Because right now, Anakin's pod is the fastest pod on the circuit, but it is not the fastest to accelerate. And that can cause some problems if I have some issues later on. Also, if you can see over the side, the acceleration unit is in the red while everything else is green. So that's not great. Okay, so Sunken City is first. This is going to be a longer track, as you can see. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is something I cut out last time, and I'm going to cut them out this time. But this is what happens when you play a in any resolution higher than like 640 by 480. This little intro movie thing is really, really small on the screen, although it's bigger at 720p than it would be, say, if you were playing at 1080p, but yeah. I'm gonna cut that out normally, though. But you can see he's the guy in first place accelerated much faster than I did. But I can hit 600 whatever, so we'll be fine. I think I'm almost at enough credits to get the new accelerator, but that was not good. Are we underwater? I think we're underwater. That's kind of nice. Oh, now we're not. So, the thing about Racer that I talked about last time, I'm going to talk about again, is that it is not difficult at all. I don't know if it gets harder. I have a distinct memory as a child of beating it. I remember beating the whole thing. But I don't know if I actually beat the whole thing. Now that I really think about it, I kind of think, did I beat the whole thing or did I just beat the first, the first circuit? Or did I beat the whole thing? I don't really remember. I know that my friends and I at my birthday party played this game. Oh, crud. Where did those guys come from? How did they take a shortcut? I was convinced that no alternate path was actually worth taking. That it didn't actually go any faster or slower or anything. And now I'm not sure of that. Well, it's a good thing I didn't make it winner take all, because you can set how you want the prize money allocated, and if you set it winner take all, the first place person wins. You win a lot of credits, which is what I did in the first race, the first tournament. Most of them were just set as winner take all, just so I'd win as much as possible. But I have it set on skilled. But oh, I guess, is that the crowd? Is that the very low resolution crowd texture? I think that's what that was. There on this. But yeah, I don't really remember if I beat the whole thing. I do remember racing several of the races in the first tournament, but I didn't really remember them until I got into the race in the first place anyway, so. But yeah, I had forgotten how deep this game can get, because it gets surprisingly deep. Also, I think I've already done. Okay, so I think this was a planet we were already on. I think we already did this race, not this specific race, obviously. But because I think this was longer than the one that was in there. But I think we've done this. I think I've done this planet before. Okay, I really need to be keeping an eye out for shortcuts. So. But yeah, it's a lot deeper than I realized with the upgrades and stuff. I mean, man, I hope this is what I wanted to do. No, I don't think that was the shortcut. But yeah, I mean, it was really, you know, there's a lot of upgrades you can buy. Of course, there's lots of different pods you can race as, but who would race as anybody but Anakin, right? Like, he's the literal hero of the first movie. Why would you, I mean, it's not like they give you a chance to race as Darth Maul, you know? So, and of course, you know, again, as a, you know, 13, 14-year-old boy when this game came out, because I can't remember, did it come out in 2000 or 99? I think it was 2000. This pod racing was so cool, and of course you had to race as Anakin because, you know, Anakin was what every young child wanted to be. He was the chosen one. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the crowd. Yeah. So this really isn't offering as much of a challenge as I was kind of hoping it would, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe I shouldn't have upgraded the pod. Maybe it'd have been more interesting if I hadn't upgraded the pod. I don't know. Also, yeah, I want to look into... I want to see if people have made mods for the game that I might be able to get in to, like, increase, like, resolution, texture resolution, like on the crowd right back there, or possibly fix some of these graphical weirdness, like the fact that I can see the sky when I shouldn't be able to, and sometimes the sky is just this weird turquoisey color, like it hasn't loaded the asset. That's why I'm repairing it. That didn't matter, I crashed right into the side there. It's okay, that was only lap 2 though. Yeesh. This is a very long... The one thing is that, like, I think the first 2 races you do in this game are the shortest 2 races. Like the one on Tatooine and then the one that was following it that we did the last Friday. I think they may be the shortest 2 races because they were really short. And every one of them since, I don't think I've gotten a lap time under a minute. Maybe, but I don't think so. So, you know, I don't know. I think this would be very interesting if the modding community did get a hold of it. This is new. I just saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna go this way. I don't know if that was a shortcut. Didn't feel like a shortcut, but I'm gonna try it anyway. You can tell it's an older game because, you know, everything's very low polygons. Like you can't. It doesn't matter how high resolution your textures are if you have such low poly counts. So it's always fascinating. It definitely has that old feel to the game that because like the turns aren't really turns. They're you know, a hexagonal style turn. You know, it's a hexagonal style shape. It's not a circle. It's just a bunch of line segments connected together to give the illusion of a circle. I mean, I guess modern racing games do it too, but not nearly to the level that older racing games did. Well, older games in general. But I love that. I don't know. I just love this game. I do. I just, so it's so much fun. I mean, I'm flying around at 500 whatevers miles per hour. Parsecs. It's not parsecs. Ah, look at that. I didn't crash this time. Crashed a little bit. Let's be honest. And no won the race. Ooh, with a slightly faster lap time. Nice. So there you go, 7:51. I beat Bullseye by near 10 seconds. Jeez. So the next one is the Howler Gorge. It's just a nice circle. That's good to know. Let's see what we can buy though before we do that. in the world of acceleration. Thank you. Nope. I can't buy this. Let's go to the junkyard, because that's another place you can buy parts. Potentially for cheaper, sometimes not. Okay, let's see what this is. Now, I can buy this one. It's not super great. And I kind of want to go, well, I could wait another race and get it. Or I could get it now. And then the part I'd be trading in would be better. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get it. Alright. Let's go. Ooh, Snow Planet. This isn't going to be fun. There's a section in the Snow Planet track that I am just terrible at. If the ice section is here, and surely it is. But we're already in first place, which is fun. I feel like I didn't accelerate really any faster than before. If I'm going to be completely honest. The one thing that I've noticed about this game that I think makes it at least a little bit unique from every other game, every other racing game from that generation, there doesn't seem to be any rubber banding at all that happens. Like, when you get ahead, you just get ahead, and that's the end of it. Also, there's like 80 multiple tracks here, apparently. That was intense there. I'm gonna slow down a bit for this turn. You get ahead, you just get ahead. It doesn't seem like they're, pushing, like things forward. Of course, I don't 100% remember everything about this, so there could be additional rubber banding. Here's the section I don't like on ice. Ice section, because I have no traction. Okay, good. I'm going to jump over here into the snow section. Feels like maybe I should have been down there. I don't know. So, but yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any rubber banding. But of course, I wouldn't have known what rubber banding was when I was that age. I wouldn't have understood why all of a sudden, my opponents were suddenly catching me, because even though everyone knew it was there, it didn't really feel like any of the big gaming outlets were talking about it in their reviews of video games. So if there was a lot of rubber banding, Mario Kart's notorious for it, but it's also in Majora's Mask. There is a section. There's the Goron racetrack. Also, what's with the sky right there? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's just this massive turquoisey thing. Teal, not turquoise, teal kind of color to it, and it's like, what's going on there? That feels like a definite mod thing. That would be perfect for modders to try and figure out how to fix. That sucked, but we're okay. We're okay. But yeah, in the Goron racetrack, rubber banding is so bad that if you are not coming in, if you're not currently in oh my good lord, I'm gonna lose this because I'm not paying any attention. Talking about Majora's Mask. If you are not in second place going into the very tail end of that race, you will lose the race. Period. The only way to win is to actually not be in first place at the tail end of that race. Because otherwise a Goron will fly in at the last second and beat you. Terrible rubber banding. And I'm not seeing that in this game. Except for when they can catch up when I die. When I blow up, when Anakin's pod blows up. That's sort of the end of it. And when Anakin's pod blows up, you just get you get reset. So it's not like it's a big deal to blow up. It's not like if your car blew up in a simulated racing game, a racing sim versus an arcade racer. you know, that would be the end of it. And also probably the end of anything you'd ever do, because they'd be like, oh, and you died, so you can't play as this person anymore. Which is why I don't like, you know, racing simulators, because they're too, I mean, it's just want to have fun. And this one, they just put you back on the track and you just lose some time. But you can see in the map there that this was a much closer race than the last one. Because the yellow dots, well, we're not done yet. The yellow dots on the map, on the little mini-map thing, are the racers who are behind me. So this one feels a lot closer because I'm not paying. I mean, I blew up twice in that lap. There's no way I was going to set a lap record by blowing up twice. Also, I really got to stop. I really was trying to take multiple routes so that way each lap was slightly different. Well, I don't think this lap's good. Okay. No different at all. Okay. I got really quiet. Tried to get through that section without getting blown up. Oh my goodness, they all took shortcuts. Look at that. I was way ahead of them all of a sudden. And right, I can't repair it yet. I keep, like the second it gets injured, I keep wanting to press the Y button, which is the button that I've set to repair. Yeah. See, you can see how much closer they are to me, and they really shouldn't be. They cheated. But I don't think it's rubber banding. In this case, I actually think it is, I think they just took a shortcut that I don't know about. Well, we almost made it through this section without crashing. I'm gonna stay up here this time. Ah, okay. So this is, so when I've been up, this is the down. Definitely want to go up. Because down you gotta navigate between, like, very, very tight things. Maybe I could have flipped on my side. Oh, pay attention. There's a turn. I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to show you that I could drive on my side. Whee. Also, I don't know what the point of that is. It doesn't seem to help me turn or anything. It's just like to navigate, I guess, through tight bits. But I haven't seen anything that I couldn't navigate straight through in this game. I don't know. Yeah, that was a much closer race, I think. Oh, it didn't let me jump through the middle center section. Yeah, it was much closer given that the first lap was my fastest lap. Jeez. That wasn't a great race. I'm sorry. I mean, I still won by, you know, over 10 seconds, but still. Maybe I should be setting it, however, on winner take all, because I am just taking... I'm just winning every time. So that was some more of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I don't know if we'll play it again next week, but this was one of my favorite games growing up. So I can't imagine this will be the last time you see Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on the channel. This has been Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.